Ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors, professionals, listeners, learners, respected ministers and managers, honorable doctors and directors, honorable advocates, advertisers, administrators and advisors. I would Rakesh from USA heartily cordially welcome. It's really nice time, nice place, nice action. Dear friends, today now we will go through what is crime and what are its various elements. Criminal jurisprudence and evidence law. Crime is a necessary evil. Crime is a necessary evil. Crimes have been happening since the past. अपराध एक आवश्यक बुराई है. Crimes have been happening since the past. अतीत से ही, प्राचीन काल से ही अपराध होते रहे हैं, होते आ रहे हैं. Crime can be reduced. अपराध को कम किया जा सकता है, but it is very difficult to eliminate. परंतु इसे जड़ से खत्म नहीं किया जा सकता. The word crime is very popular. अपराध जो शब्द है ये बहुत अधिक लोकप्रिय है. Even the most ordinary person understands in crime. यहाँ तक कि सबसे ज्यादा जो साधारण व्यक्ति मानते हैं जिसको, वो भी समझता है अपराध क्या है. परंतु the irony is that, परंतु विडंबना है, till now अभी तक no universal definition of crime has been given. कोई भी अभी तक सार्वजनिक सार्वभौमिक परिभाषा नहीं दी गई है. अपराध की कोई ऐसी परिभाषा नहीं दी गई जिसे हर जगह, हर समय, हर पल माना जाए. Some definitions are being given here. उनमें से कुछ डेफिनेशन अलग-अलग experienced persons के द्वारा, law specialists के द्वारा, experts के द्वारा बताया गया है. According to Blackstone के अनुसार, the doing or refraining from doing, करना या फिर करने से डरना, any such act, कोई भी ऐसा कार्य which violates any rule or common law, जो किसी भी सामान्य कानून को, जो किसी भी सामान्य कानून के किसी भी रूल को तोड़ता है, सामान्य कानून के किसी भी रूल को तोड़ता है, उसे क्राइम कहते हैं. According to Gary Fellow, crime is a violation of the prevailing sentiments of pity. क्राइम एक वायलेशन है. क्राइम एक तरह की हिंसा है. किसकी हिंसा है? prevailing sentiment of pity and propriety. दया की संवेदनाओं की जो प्रिवेलिंग है उसको वायलेट करना ही अपराध है. According to Kenny, crime is called those illegal actions for which punishment is given in return. कैनी के अनुसार अपराध वो है जिसके बदले में सजा मिलती है, सजा दी जाती है. And they are not forgivable, और वे माफ करने योग्य नहीं होते हैं. Even if they are forgivable, यहाँ तक कि यदि वे माफ करने योग्य होते हैं, no one other than the state has the right to forgive. किसी के पास भी इस तरह का कोई तरीका नहीं होता कि वे किसी को माफ करने का अधिकार रखते हों. According to Paul W. Tappan, a crime is an intentional act or omission committed in violation of criminal law and behind which there is no defense or justification sanctioned by law. According to Stephen, crime is meant by the encroachment of such rights whose extent is related to that encroachment by the evil spread in the society. According to Austin, crimes are those illegal acts in whose conviction the offenders are punished by the court and the state has the sole right to reduce such punishment. According to Thomas, crime is an action which is antagonistic to the solidarity of that group which the individual considers as his own. According to Caton, in crime we find that the noble marks one that the state has power to control the procedure to remit the penalty or to inflict punishment. According to Caton, a crime today would seem to be any undesirable act which the state finds it most convenient to correct by the institution of proceedings for the infliction of a penalty instead of leaving the remedy of that discretion of some injured person. According to Miller, crimes are those acts of violation, done or not done, which the law commands or directs, and those violations are punished by the government by taking action in its name. Thus, it is clear from this definition, offences are illegal acts. सभी अपराध गैर कानूनी कार्य होते हैं. It causes injury to any person. ये किसी भी व्यक्ति को जोखिम देते हैं, चोटिल करते हैं. The offender is punished. एक अपराधी को सजा मिलती है in return for the offense. अपराध के बदले में. And the government has the power to reduce the punishment. और गवर्नमेंट के पास ये शक्ति होती है कि वो किसी की सजा को कम कर सकती है. In the case of Gangula Mohan Reddy, वर्सेस स्टेट अपराध नहीं माना गया क्योंकि इसे इंडियन पेनल कोड के अंदर परिभाषित नहीं किया गया है and it is not made punishable. और ये सजा योग्य भी नहीं है। एलिमेंट्स ऑफ क्राइम, अपराध के तत्व। The definitions of crime reflect its various elements. Buddha has made these essential elements of the crime. The person is liable to do a particular act. एक आदमी किसी भी कार्य को करने के लिए, किसी विशेष कार्य को करने के लिए जिम्मेवार होता है। एट हिज कॉम्पिटेंस, और उसकी जो उसमें सक्षमता है, सामर्थ्यता है, इज द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ एप्रोप्रिएट पनिशमेंट, उसकी उपयुक्त सजा का सब्जेक्ट होता है। Malified or criminalated. Any act is done when impelled with such intention, and in such act any harm or injury has been caused to any person or the public principles of the law of crimes. All has given any act has been done willfully or recklessly. कोई भी कार्य जो willfully या recklessly किया गया है, कोई भी कार्य है जो willfully या recklessly किया गया हो। willfully मतलब अपनी इच्छा से, recklessly मतलब लापरवाही से, या तो लापरवाही से किया गया हो या फिर वो कार्य है इच्छा से हो। Such act is made, filed, or with criminal intent. The abatement and conduct are concomitant. such act has caused loss or injury to any person or the general public. The loss is prohibited by law. There is a causal connection between the voluntary conduct and the harm prohibited by the law. Such act is punishable by law. General principles of criminal law. In short, it can be shared that mainly the following are the essential elements of crime. The doing of any act or omission, such act or omission being prohibited by law, loss or damage caused by the act or omission to any person or the general public, and such act or omission being punishable by law. Let us define criminology and discuss its nature and scope. Let us discuss the meaning and scope of criminology. Is criminology a science? Crime is a necessary evil, along with the creation traveled till cybercrimes. Prevention and prevention of crimes have been discussed and contemplated since the past. This topic of discussion and contemplation has been given the name of criminology. What is criminology? It is difficult to give a universally accepted definition of criminology. Different definitions of criminology have been given from time to time by criminologists and jurists, as according to Sutherland, criminology is that branch of knowledge which studies crime as a phenomenon. According to Donald R. Taft, criminology is the discipline whose subject matter includes the explanation and prevention of crime, as well as the punishment and treatment of criminals and juveniles delinquents. In the words of Reckless, criminology is what criminologists study. M.A. Elliott says that criminology is the scientific study of crime and its treatment. M.A. Elliott Crime in Modern Society. According to Manheim, criminology, in a narrow sense, is the study of crimes, in which the types, extent, and causes of crimes are embedded, whereas in a broad sense, it is a study of the systems dealing with punishment and crime and the problems of crime prevention by incorporating the discipline in itself. According to Dr. Kenny, criminology is a branch of criminology which deals with the causes, interpretation, and prevention of crime. The essence of all the above definitions is that criminology is that branch of knowledge science in which the reasons for committing crime and becoming a criminal, the methods of their treatment and prevention, and the method of reaching the criminal from crime are studied. This criminology is science. Many times the question arises whether criminology is a science. No universal answer has been given to this question till date. Some criminologists consider it is a science and some do not. Consider the nature or form of criminology. Before that, it would be expedient to know what is science. Science is a systematic study of a subject. It establishes a relationship between causes and consequences. Its principles are definite and universal. Thus, there are three characteristics of science. One is systematic study of a subject, two is the ability to make connections between causes and effects, and three, certainty and universality of principles. Based on these characteristics, Michael does not consider criminology as a science, and in his opinion, it can never be a science. Salin's opinion is somewhat different from the two ideologies. Salin says that criminology can take the place of science only if arbitrary definitions propounded by legislature are replaced by definitions propounded by scientists in line with science. If we think closely in the above perspective, it seems that criminology is now being seen in a new environment. This study is also being done out of the box. Today, the help of many state-of-the-art equipment and technology is being taken to reach the criminal from crime. With this, it is now becoming possible that the conclusive drawn the conclusions drawn with the help of these tools and techniques will be permanent, definite, and universal. The study of criminology is now being done systematically, like a science, that is, first the crime is detected, then the culprit is searched, and finally the causes of the crime and their solution are found. It is a good example of the scientific method of studying criminology. The help of forensic science laboratories is now being taken to form an opinion about the nature of crimes. In these laboratories, conclusions are drawn after chemical examination of blood, semen, hair, viscera, impurity, etc. Thus now the study method of criminology is moving towards science day by day. Now it can be said that criminology may not be a science today, but there is a possibility of it becoming a science in the future. Study area of criminology. Its study area becomes clear from the definitions and nature of criminology. The field of criminology is very wide. These are studies under criminology. What is an offense? Why the offense are committed? Why the mind of a person becomes criminal? How the crime can be traced to the criminal? How offenses may be redressed, etc. Eliot has included this, the subject matter of the study of criminology, the nature of the offense, on account of criminology conduct, that is to say behavior, personal study of a criminals, and prevention and treatment of crimes. Sutherland has included this the subject matter of criminology, the process of lawmaking, the procedure for contravention of law, and the reaction arising out of violation of law. Based on this, as shared here, crime is a necessary event. There is a close relationship between crime and society. Where there is society, the existence of crimes can be imagined easily in such a situation. The importance of criminology becomes self-evident. The main reasons for the importance of the study of criminology paved the way for the study of social system, the share tax, the attention of the general public to those works which crimes are committed. It suggests measures to eradicate the criminal tendencies prevailing in the society. Criminology suggests measures to bring stability in human values so that crimes can be reduced. Criminology studies the human mind and uncovers the hidden tendencies in the human mind that lead a man to commit a crime. Criminology provides opportunities to the criminals to be found. It provides for probation, reprimand, parole, etc. Criminology draws the attention of the state towards new crimes arising in the society. The search for crimes like white-collar crime, smuggling, tax evasion, adulteration, sexual exploitation, sexual harassment of working women. Cybercrime is a gift of technology. It provides opportunities for learning and paves the way for employment. To the handwriting experts, fingerprint experts, forensic science laboratory analysts, forensic science laboratory analysts, etc., are the product of this knowledge. Criminology also awakens legal consciousness in the general public. It makes a person aware of his legal rights and duties. This study, this study method becomes helpful to the investigating officer in the reaching the crime to the criminal. Crime is a necessary evil and dangerous. Criminology suggests measures for prevention and diagnosis of this essential evil. Criminology suggests effective measures to control crimes so that peace and order can be established in the society. The study of criminology creates a sense of social security. Industrial criminology studies the criminal's mental health and punishment policy so that criminal attitudes can be clarified. In this way, the study of criminology is necessary from many points of view. Donald R. Taft discussed the classical school of criminology and its contribution to the development of criminal law. What are the different schools of criminology? Let us discuss briefly the sociological school of criminology, discuss the classical school of criminology. What are the basic difference between classical school and positive school? There are many branches of criminology schools and group of thinkers. The origin or evolution of these branches has taken place as per the theories developed by criminologists. According to Sutherland, the school of criminology means the group of thinkers belonging to the same ideology about the causes and remedies of crimes. In other words, it can be said that the school of criminology means the group of thinkers who have similar ideology, thoughts about the origin, causes, and prevention of crime. Though Sister Beccaria is considered as father of criminology, but according to country, time and circumstances, many theories of criminology have developed. From the point of study, there are many schools of criminology. Pre-classical school, classical school, neoclassical school, typological school, sociological school, geographical and ecological school, multi-factor school. Pre-classical school. What is pre-classical school? In the oldest school of criminology, Aquinas is considered as father of this school. This school developed during the middle age of 17th and 18th century. The school is divided into two parts. One is devil-based school and two is free will-based school. Devil-based school is the oldest school. The school originated at the time when the spiritual thinking was at its extreme point. At that time, the power of God was considered as supreme. The view prevalent among the masses was that all deeds of women are controlled by power of God. The same notion was prevalent about crimes. The general acceptance was that man commits crime under the influence of unknown power of devil, ghost, devils, giants, etc. That is the main causes of crime were the influence of powers of devil. The devilish powers excited man to commit crime. Thomas Aquinas, Hobbes, Locke, Auguste Comte were considered as pro-founder of this theory. According to them, a man commits crime when the devilish power caught the man and controlled him. The man does not commit any crime voluntarily and he does not like to commit it. It is the external devilish power which compels a man to commit crime. To be freed from devilish power, people generally resort to havan, mantra, sacrifice, etc. At that time, even the punishment was not certain for the crimes. Punishment was considered as the result of evil acts for the anger of God. At that time, the school of free will also is the materialistic philosophy. The, utility, the utilitarian theory of Bentham is consistent with the theory. According to utilitarian theory, every man does his work according to utility. He evaluates utility in items in terms of happiness and sorrow, whether it may be a crime. The main characteristics of this school are the root cause of crimes is the materialistic philosophy. A man does that act which gives him maximum happiness, whether the act may be of criminal nature. The determination of happiness and sorrow is made by the man himself. He is considered as the good judge of happiness and sorrow. The whole society is affected by crime. The objective of punishment is not the revenge of crime, but the prevention of crime. The punishment must be certain. The immediate consideration of crimes is expected. There should be a system of similar punishments for similar crimes. The law should be simple, clear and understandable language. There should be codification of laws. The death penalty and jury system must be abolished. The reformatory theory should be given precedence in jails. The punishment must be consistent with the crime. In its criticism, many critics have criticized the classical school. The critics have to say that the causes of crimes is not only the desire for happiness. Many times An aggrieved or person under pain commits crime. Crime even does not depend upon the free will of a person. Many times the circumstances compel a man to commit crime. It is not just to create system of similar punishment for similar crime. The quantum of punishment should be determined according to the age, mental condition, conduct, economic condition of criminal, contribution in the development of criminal law. Despite criticisms, despite criticism of classical school, it has contributed in the development of criminal law. The materialistic philosophy and the utilitarian have inspired the lawmakers to make such formation of criminal God strength, supervision, condemnation, paroles are the results of this reformative approach. What is neoclassical school? The neoclassical school emerged as a result of weaknesses of classical school. The supporters of classical school believe that the punishment should be same for the same type of crime. They also believe in the theory that a man does that work which gives him greatest happiness, whether it may be crime. This theory of classical school did not convince many criminologists, and with the results, they developed new thinking known as neoclassical school. The main supporters of this school were Rosie, Girard, Jolie, etc. According to neoclassical school, the main cause of commitment of crime is not the sole desire for happiness or pleasure. Many times a person commits crime due to compulsion and circumstances. Personal inequalities are one of the cause of crimes. The same punishment for the same type of crime is not just. The quantum of punishment should be determined taking into account the causes, circumstances, age of criminal, character, mental condition of criminal. There should be a difference in punishment for habitual criminal and a person who commits crime for the first time. The same punishment for both is not proper. The quantum and form of punishment should be determined by judges. The judges are expected to use their wisdom while doing so. The opportunity should be given to the criminals to reform themselves. There should be proper provisions in the law for things like supervision, condemnation, parole, etc. While awarding punishment, the circumstances under which crime has been committed should be taken into account. In settlement of dispute, assistance should be taken from jury members. The opinion of jury may be very important in prevention of crime. Thus, the neoclassical school emerged to remove the weaknesses of classical school. In the opinion of Gillin, the neoclassical school emerged as a reaction to the theory of classical school that there should be same punishment for the same crime. Donald R. Tefta also said the same thing, that the quantum of punishment should not be the same for some crime but must vary according to the age, character, and mental condition of criminal. Positive school. What is positive school? This theory emerged due to the weaknesses in the neoclassical school. The supporters of this school have to say that the causes of crime are not only the materialistic philosophy but also the personal characteristics of criminals, that is, physical constitution and mental condition. According to them, the physical condition and mental state of criminals are different from other persons, and because of its recognized, in other words, it can be said that, in the opinion of the supporters of this theory, the main causes of crime are the anthropological features. There is a direct relation between composition of human brain and criminality. The criminologists like Lombroso, Enrico Ferri, Raphael Garofalo are considered as the strong supporters of this school. This school is known as Italian school. In this context, psychological school or psychoanalysis schools also mentioned. The supporters of this school are Godard, Freire, etc. According to the positive school, criminals are mainly of three types: the hereditary criminals, insane criminals, criminoids. The criminals are self-praising, ostentatious, indecent, terrible in appearance, etc. The physical structure of such persons are of abnormal nature. For example, round like a skull dome, the jaw great taller. The ears are long and thick, the nose is flat and white. Senselessness, social infirmity, geographical conditions are also the cause of crime. Enelio Ferri has classified criminals into five groups. One is born criminals, occasional criminals, passionate criminals, insane criminals, and habitual criminals. The man commits crime only when he lacks purity and probity in his inner conscience. According to Garofalo, the criminals are of four types: murderers, violent criminals, criminals lacking in sentiment of probity, lustful criminals. One of the causes of crime is mental infirmity. Owing to mental infirmity, man's power of understanding of the nature of work and its consequence becomes weak, and thus he commits crime. Sexual instinct is also one of the causes of crime. Thus, the supporters of positive school consider different causes of crime, that is physical condition, mental condition, sexual desire, inferiority complex, lacking in pity and probity, etc. Sociological school, this is also called as socialistic school. The scholars of this theory consider lack of money, economic disparity, poverty are the main causes of crime. When the difference between the rich and the poor becomes wider and wider, and the problem of poverty and unemployment becomes terrible, then a person commits crime. Marx, Engels, and Gonger are the main supporters of sociological theory. According to them, the main cause of class struggle is the capitalist economy. In the economy, in the opinion of Gonger, there is a direct relationship between the economy and crime. The class struggle increases due to economic disparity and the man is reduced. The state of unemployment reverts to vagabonds. The unemployed person thinks about committing a crime. Economic crisis give rise to drinking of wine and prostitution. Gonger said that poverty, polluted culture, social change, breach of duty, overpopulation, etc. According to Sutherland, the crimes are not invented, they are learned. The man does the type of work according to the type of society in which he lives. According to Reckless, the main cause of crime is personal infirmity. When a person is not able to adjust himself with the society, he is induced to commit crime. Ronald Artep considered social disorganization or social dissolution as the cause of crimes. In the opinion of Egbert, the continuous changes in the society gives rise to commitment of crime. Cavan considers breach of duty is the main cause of crime. When a person does not perform his duty, he commits crime. Geographical and ecological school. There is one school of thought which traces crime not in the body, brain, and social system, but traces it in the external atmosphere. This school of thought is called geographical and ecological school. The supporters of this theory trace the causes of crime in climate, natural resources, geographical conditions, etc. Montesquieu, Whitlet, Very, Adolf, Lexon are the main supporters of this theory. According to these thinkers, the number of crimes committed in favorable social climate is less as compared that in adverse social climate. In summer, the crimes against the human body and in winter against property are committed. Crimes committed are more in overpopulated and crowded places. The number of crimes committed in areas of less fertile land is much more as compared to that in areas of more fertile land. The number of crimes committed in areas having less rainfall is more as compared to that in areas of reasonable rainfall. The number of crimes committed better while they are dash other than lines. The number of crimes committed is dash in plain lands while they are more in areas of valleys and mountains. Laxon has analyzed the crimes committed during different months. According to him, the crimes against human body are committed in the months of May and June and against property in the month of December. Multi-factor school. The multi-factor school is the most popular school. The supporters of this school say that there are many causes of crime. All schools of thought of East consider one factor in each as the cause, while the multi-factor school consider many factors as causes of crimes. According to them, there is no definite scientific theory of crime. This school of thought is supported by the multi-factor approach of crime given by William Holly. This school of thought interprets the crime in a very liberal way. Albert Cohen is the main critic of this theory, but his criticism did not get much recognition. Let us discuss the general principles of criminality. The theory of criminology is related to the causes of crime. There are many causes of crime which are based on different theories of criminology. These are principles. One theory of heredity. Lombroso is considered to be the father of the theory of heredity. For the first time, Lombroso tried to establish a relation between crime and heredity. Lombroso considered heredity to be the main cause of criminality. According to him, most of the criminals are criminals by birth. Such criminals were named atavished. They can also be called born criminals, but critics criticize this theory by saying that a person is never a criminal by birth, circumstances make him guilty. Theory of mental disorder. Lombroso is also considered to be the father of the theory of mental disorder. At the end of his life, Lombroso realized that the root cause of crimes is not only heredity but also mental disorders. Due to mental disorder or psychosis, a person is a person is not able to adjust himself in one society and he starts moving towards crime. Mental disorders are considered to be of four types. One is idiot, two is imbecile, three feeble-mindedness, and four morally insane. Such persons do not have capacity to think and understand the rational consequences of and they are and committing crimes. Biological theory. It is considered to be the father of biological theory. According to the supporters of biological theory, the main reason for brain structure of the brain of such person. There are many neurons person. There are many neurons in the human brain and they are associated with the nerve. They are associated with nerve fibers of the brain and skull. In this way, according to biological principle, the main reason for crimes is physical condition. Theory of intelligence. It is also called the theory of intelligence. Alfred Bennett and Claude German are considered to be the main supporter of this theory. Alfred Bennett was a famous French psychologist. After continuous experiments in his laboratory, he propounded the theory that mental age and intelligence are two important concepts in the context of the problem of retardation. Professed according to German, mental age refers to that stage of the child when common sense comes in him and he acquires the ability to know about the consequences of his action. As the age of a person increases, the capacity of his intelligence also keeps on increasing. This is wisdom. Moral Taft, while establishing the relationship between intelligence and criminality, has concluded that people with retarded intelligence are lazy and cowardly by nature, so they rarely tend towards crime. Sexual lust is also relatively less in these. Such persons lack the ability to understand the intricacies of the law and do not have the ability to anticipate the dangers arising out of crimes. Comparatively, criminality is found more in people with strong intelligence than in people with retarded intelligence. Such people are clever and clever. These conditions have an effect on crime. Subjective theory. Famous American economist W. H. Sheldon is considered to be the originator of subjective theory, establishing a mutual relation between the criminal's physical appearance and criminality. He said that from the point of view of the outline, the person's appearance can be classified into three types, three parts: endomorphic, mesomorphic, and ectomorphic. Endomorphic individuals have chubby building, chubby build. By nature, they are temperament and happy, and are often gross. The tendency of crime in such person is negligible. Mesomorphic individuals are physically fit. Their muscles and bones are advanced. By nature, such people are serious and at mind. Such persons are also less inclined towards crime. Ectomorphic people are physically thin. Their nature is irritable and they get angry quickly. Sheldon eventually concluded that physical appearance has a direct effect on a person's character and behavior. Strong and lean people are generally more inclined towards criminality. According to Freud's theory, Freud, after deeply studying the criminal, the feeling of a person to maintain or protect his personality or reputation is called ego. Superego refers to man's self-examination, self-criticism, and self-restraint. As long as these tendencies remain in a man who does not get inclined towards crime, such tendencies have a person from misbehavior. But when a person is unable to suppress his materialistic desires or needs, he leads to crime. Blue's theory. Eller Blueck was a famous psychiatrist. He had considered the deviation of personality as the source of his theory of criminology. He prepared a possible table based on the following aspects of human personality: the social background of the offender, the select features of the personality of the offender, and the psychiatric condition of the offender. According to Dewey, the abnormalities of the individual are the main cause of crime and criminality. These abnormalities are termed by Dweck as personality deviations. Law of association. The father of this law is considered to be the great philosopher Aristotle. He has considered the following things to have a deep impact on the psychological concept of life: similarity, contrast, succession in time, and coexistence. Under the rule of equality, persons, criminals having similar criminal characteristics come close to each other and form criminal organization. Sometimes differences are also found in such criminals, and due to such differences, a situation of conflict arises between them. As a result, they start moving towards criminality. This is the law of contrast. Regarding the pursuit of time, Aristotle says that human conduct is a continuous process that never ends. People go on following such human conduct from generation to generation. Similar looking is also a similar trend of social pursuit which can never end. Coexistence is an integral part of human nature. Like other organizations, primes also consider themselves as allies of each other according to the rules of coexistence. They consider themselves complementary and helpful to each other. Gradually, they convert themselves into criminal organizations. Theory of contradiction. So the in the society. One is first those who support and nurture criminal activities, who is others who remain neutral towards them, and three is thirdly those who are anti-crime. Sir Walter Douglas has also supported this view, saying that although individuals occasionally commit crimes due to indiscretion, most crimes are the result of a series of circumstances. Theory of group therapy. This is such a collective mind therapy method by which criminals are treated. Experience says that the solitary life of prisons makes the criminals extremely violent and antisocial. This creates a sense of revenge in them. Loneliness kills a person's personality. The treatment of such person is done under this principle by group psychotherapy method. Let us discuss the multi-factor theory of criminology. Many ideologies have emerged regarding the causes of crime. All sects or ideologies consider different causes of crime. The ideologies that have come into existence so far: the pre-classical school, classical school, new classical school, cartographic school. Ecological school, socialist school, typological school, sociological school, multi-factor. The supporters and promoters of all these ideologies have given different reasons for the crimes. But today, most criminologists believe that there is no one absolute cause of crime. There are many reasons for crimes. That is, crime is the result of different reasons. No single universal or definite scientific theory of the causes of the crime can be propounded, nor is it likely to be done in future. Based on this assumption, the theory of multi-factor has been formulated. Supporters of multi-factor theory are of the opinion that crime is caused by a combination of several circumstances or factors. So far, around 170 kilometers of crimes have been traced. Each of these factors may be responsible for one crime or the other. This ideology has got a lot of strength from the theory of multiple question of William Haley. Theory can be explained with an example. A child may become a delinquent if his father is unemployed and a drunkard, or the mother is an adulteress, or he himself is of unsound mind, or he has been employed at a young age in any industry or factory, or he has got himself into wrong association, or lives in an overcrowded tenement in a slum, or the parent or either of them is dead, or he is imprisoned or often killed, etc. In this way, they can be causes of crime. Political environment. Today's political environment is also a reason for crimes. Increasing corruption, immorality, criminalization, etc. in politicians have become the cause of crimes. In this way, the supporters of multiple factors theory say that the reasons for crimes are not one but many. In its criticism, this theory has been openly criticized by various critics. Sutherland says that multiple factor theory is in itself an admission of failure because these causes can be